Artificial intelligence is changing everything from how we work to how we create, communicate, and even think about the future. And at the center of all of it is one man, Sam Altman. Altman isn't just an entrepreneur, he is shaping the future of AI. As the CEO of OpenAI, his leadership decisions are influencing industries, economies, and even global policy. But who is Sam Altman, anyways? And how did he rise to lead one of the most innovative companies in the world? And more importantly, what can we learn from his leadership style? So, in this video, we're going to be diving into Sam Altman's leadership playbook, covering how his early career shaped his leadership approach, his vision for AI innovation, and the risks he's willing to take, the challenges, the controversies, and bold decisions that define him. And finally, 3 leadership lessons you can apply in your own career. So, if you're an entrepreneur, maybe a leader, or just fascinated about the AI revolution, stick around because this one is for you. Let's get into it. To understand Sam Altman's leadership style, we first need to understand his roots. Born in 1985 in Chicago, Sam was obsessed with technology from a young age. By the time he was 8, he was already programming. He later attended Stanford University, but like many tech founders before him, he dropped out. That's right. Instead of launching a billion-dollar company right away, he decided to co-found Loopt, a location-based social networking app. Sound familiar? Probably not. That's because Loopt never really took off. It was eventually acquired for $43 million, though. Not bad, but not a world changer either. But that early experience introduced Altman to the world of Silicon Valley startup, and more importantly, a company called Y Combinator. Fast forward all the way to 2014, at just 28 years old, Altman became the president of Y Combinator, the legendary startup accelerator that helped launch companies like Airbnb, Dropbox, and Stripe. Under his leadership, it grew massively, raising billions in startup funding and cementing its reputation as the place for young tech founders to get their start. But Altman wasn't just interested in funding startups. He was interested in building the future. And in 2015, he co-founded a little company called OpenAI with the goal of ensuring that artificial intelligence would benefit all of humanity, not just a handful of powerful corporations. Little did he know that in less than a decade, OpenAI would lead the charge in one of the most disruptive tech revolutions ever. Altman's leadership at OpenAI is fascinating because he operates at this intersection of innovation and responsibility. On one hand, he's pushing AI forward at breakneck speed. On the other, he's warning the world about the risks of AI development. And that tension right there between progress and caution is what makes him such a unique leader. Unlike traditional CEOs who focus on steady, incremental growth, Altman bets big. He transformed OpenAI from a nonprofit into a for-profit model, one of the most controversial but necessary decisions to attract investors. He pushed for ChatGPT's public release, knowing that real-world user feedback was critical for AI evolution. He also secured a multi-billion-dollar partnership with Microsoft, giving OpenAI the infrastructure it needed to scale. So he's not afraid to make bold moves because he believes AI is evolving too fast for a wait-and-see approach. But here's where Altman stands apart. While pushing AI innovation forward, he's also been one of the loudest voices calling for regulation and oversight over AI. In 2023, he testified before the U.S. Congress warning about the risks of AI, things like misinformation, job displacement, and national security threats. How often do you see a tech CEO telling governments, hey, you need to regulate what I'm doing more and what I'm building? Please do that. That level of self-awareness is what makes Altman's leadership so interesting. He's not just building AI, He's thinking about its impact on the world, on society. But leadership isn't just about vision. It's about navigating controversy, and Altman has had plenty of it. When OpenAI started, it was a nonprofit, but as AI research costs skyrocketed, Altman had to make a tough call: transform OpenAI into a capped profit company. Critics called it a sell-out move. You probably saw some of the headlines, arguing that OpenAI was becoming another corporate tech giant. But Altman defended the decision, saying without funding, we wouldn't be able to compete. And if we don't lead in AI, someone else will, possibly in ways we can't control. And that's leadership under pressure. Altman also made another controversial move, securing a $10 billion partnership with Microsoft. This gave OpenAI access to world-class computing power. But it also raised concerns again about AI control being concentrated in corporate hands. Altman's balancing act, right? Keep AI open source enough for progress, but protect it enough to avoid misuse. It's a near impossible challenge, but one he's handling in real time, and we get to watch it. All right, now let's bring all this home. Here are 3 key lessons from Sam Altman's leadership that you can apply in your own career. Number 1, think long term. Innovation requires patience. Altman plays the long game. From OpenAI's early struggles to its massive success, he knew that true impact takes time. Number 2, make bold moves. The biggest risks lead to the biggest rewards. If Altman had played it safe, OpenAI would still be a research lab, not an AI powerhouse changing the world. And number 3, balance ethics with execution. Progress means nothing without responsibility. Building powerful technology isn't enough. Leaders must also think about its consequences. Sam Altman is leading the AI revolution, but how he's doing it is just as important as what he is building. So, what do you think? Is Sam Altman shaping AI for the better, or are there risks that we should be more concerned about? Let me know in the comments. And if you enjoyed this deep dive that we did on Sam Altman's leadership, make sure to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell for more leadership and innovation breakdowns. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.